Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Trailblazers in Portland. Looking at the Trailblazers, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Mavericks at American Airlines Center. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. One player to watch in this one is C.J. McCollum, coming off a year where he won the Most Improved Player award, Kenny. What was the big change in his game?
Well, the big change is the first time he's got an opportunity to play for consistent minutes. You know, I thought he always had ability, just didn't get the opportunity. The injuries held him back early in his career, but his shooting percentages have been very solid since he came into the league, Ernie.
What do you think, Shaq?
Ernie, a couple years ago, you would have said McCollum. I would have asked you who he played for. But now he's just playing and playing with more confidence. Plus, Ernie, when you can shoot like him, confidence is what takes your game to the next level.
Time to get to Kevin Harlan as he gets ready to call this one. Here comes the opening tip.
There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Berry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. You look at San Antonio. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And really no surprise here, guys, at all to find them among the elite teams in their conference. And moreover, I'd say this is a team with a legitimate chance to win it all.
Well, they certainly see themselves as championship contenders and have since the opening tip-off of the season.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the development of Kawhi Leonard and the addition of LaMarcus Aldridge have energized the vets on this team and extended the Spurs window. Tony Parker said it definitely helps that Kawhi and LaMarcus are here and playing great. Makes me want to be here to help all the young guys. It's such a great family and such a great atmosphere that it makes you want to stay. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. The players who are part of that organization seem to want to stay in San Antonio. And what a treat it is to be able, Brent, to call this matchup tonight. These two teams are the best in the league.
Now, these are two teams, Kevin, who we expect to see playing deep into the postseason. They have veteran leadership, they have good young talent, and of course they have an orchestrator over there as their head coaches who have them pointed in the right direction.
You always talk about chemistry, too.
Well, that's a big help. No team that wins the championship does not have tremendous chemistry.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for San Antonio, Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars of the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. And it's Gasol at the center. And a wide open look for McCollum. Second shot opportunity. Plumlee, no luck.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Parker dishes to Green. Back to Aldridge. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second play. Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's McCollum. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. Here's Lillard. That one doesn't drop. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And they swept the season series against this group last season. Pretty impressive stuff.
Now, here's Lillard. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
Felt like he was just a wizard in that one, guys. Some of those passes were absolutely magical. It was fun to watch.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to points up on the board. Green passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Lillard against Parker. And Lillard kicks to Turner. Passes it to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses. On defense, the Trailblazers, they come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, almost impossible, really. It was one of those games where almost everyone on the roster had that off night, inside and out, ice cold.
Here's Lillard following the three-pointer by San Antonio. To the middle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, after Steph and Curry, Damian Lillard might be the most dangerous three-point shooter in the league at the point guard position. He has unbelievable range and extends that range when he's feeling confident.
Aldridge with a screen on Lillard. Parker. And the Spurs scoring again.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard outside. And it's McCollum in the corner. A three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Gasol screen. It's Parker with the drive, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee. Hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up.
Out to Turner. Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. And Evan Turner pulls it down.
He's certainly a threat to finish those opportunities with some style and flair, but the defense did a simply outstanding job preventing that from happening.
Lillard against Parker. Dishes it to Leonard. Pass to Aldridge. Leonard gets to Gasol. Shot from 12. And that one hits back iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Plumlee. Here's Plumlee. Leaves it in without an inch of room around it. Plumlee's got his first 2 points of the night.
Though he's not the biggest scoring threat, Plumlee does have the size and athleticism to cause defenders some problems down there.
Parker dishes to Gasol. Aldridge wide open. He fires. 6 of from just inside the baseline.
And a big height advantage right there.
Sometimes it's not just the height, it's the flow in the shooting motion. Extremely effective from the mid-range.
Plumlee with a screen on Green. McCollum kicks to Leonard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Becoming dominant in the catch and shoot, Leonard has really polished up the mechanics on that jump shot.
Out to the right wing. Leonard inside. Turner covering. And Leonard gets it to go.
Wow, risky shot there, size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
And the attack mentality, I think he surprised the entire defense with that one.
And the basket is good. And that's now 6 points for Damian Lillard.
And Lillard has that sneaky wingspan there, knifes inside for the bucket. Just a great attack mentality, got right through the defense to finish strong inside.
The feed now to McCollum. Back to Lillard. To the left side wing. McCollum outside. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. They get the rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
And anytime you see a player 7'1" who can shoot threes, Brent, that's going to draw some attention. But for Myers Leonard, still some work to do. Where do you think he can get better?
Well, there are minutia parts of a center's game that Myers Leonard can be better at. Better screen setter, try to be more physical at times, hitting a few more boards and increasing his impact defensively. That can be a building block for his team. With good eyes, found the open man and delivered an accurate pass.
Parker kicks to Green. He feeds it to Leonard. Low block shot on the way. That three. Here's Turner. Leonard with the steal. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
And another foul, and he'll find himself on the bench. He has to be smarter than that.
Now a timeout called by Portland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Aldridge kicks to Green. Lets the three fly. And it's Portland with the rebound. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Green. Leonard against Turner. The dish now to Gasol. Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Parker passes to Green. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. Three-point play chance here. Al-Farouq, he's checked in for Portland. And you have to like what Danny Green, Brent, brings to the table defensively. Long arms. Very quick for his size. And he can defend 1 through 3.
Well, that's a pretty good tandem if you're suiting up next to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi takes the stronger guy, and Danny Green usually goes to the quickness defensively. And Green also a strong defensive rebounder and one of the better perimeter shot blockers in the game.
Here's Parker, following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Parker kicks to Leonard. They kick it out to Green. Buries it from 3-point range. Green's got 9.
He's getting anything he wants out there. He has this look in his eyes that says, nobody's going to stop me. Not tonight.
Plumlee with the screen. McCollum outside. Leonard sets a screen for McCollum. 4 on the clock. Aminu dishes to McCollum. Fires for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, a breakout year for C.J. McCollum a season ago, becoming part of the most second dangerous backcourt in the league, the Rainmakers, alongside Damian Lillard. He more than doubled his minutes per game and generated, for good reason, lots of buzz as one of the most improved players in the league.
And sometimes a player's per game numbers, Brent, look better just because they're playing more minutes. That wasn't the case with McCollum.
No, there was opportunity seized by CJ. He became so much more efficient and more steady with his game as his role grew.
He dishes it to Lillard. And here's Aminu. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And the pass to McCollum. Misses off the right eye.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Green inside the 3-point line, and it's good in the assist by Parker. He's got 11.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Parker against Lillard. Parker kicks to Aldridge. The jump hook, and it's San Antonio with another.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you. Pretty much whatever he wants to do.
To the middle. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Well, good hand-eye coordination, but he could only get the deflection very close.
1:19 left to play in the first. McCollum against Green. Beyond the arc.
His defense just has not been there tonight. And he needs to step up his game because there's still time to recover.
McCollum kicks to Aminu. Lillard outside. Pass to Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Davis, the pass to Aminu.
Making the suffocating defensive play right there. Leonard, an overwhelming force on that end of the floor. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Lillard dishes to Davis. And stolen by Aldridge. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Parker with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Clippers.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now here's Green. 4-point game. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, good balance and squared up shoulders. If there's one thing Green does better than anything else, it's nailing catch-and-shoot Jays.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Because, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not. Because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Relentless ball pressure, jumping into the passing lanes. They're just forcing them into ridiculous mistakes.
McCollum and Aminu are out on the perimeter. Celia is out there with Davis, and it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, people forget Festus Ezeli was also a first-round pick of the Warriors a few years ago. But he was an academic prodigy growing up. He skipped kindergarten and the 5th and 6th grades. He had plans of becoming a doctor. When he started playing basketball, he found himself behind the curve. He said, here I am as a 15-year-old kid, and I can't shoot a layup. But guys, he's brought that same work ethic from the classroom to the hardwood. He's improved year after year.
He is a presence, D.A. Thanks. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Spurs. Green kicks to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Some of the advanced statistics bear this out. Aldridge is actually more efficient after a dribble than he is from the standstill. Well, shocker, the Spurs were the best defensive team in the NBA last season. In fact, you look at the difference between them and the average defense in the league last year, and it was not even close.
Green, the pass to Leonard. Here's Parker with the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They are a huge edge in that category.
Yeah, great ball movement, patience. They're working hard for those good looks.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And the Spurs, so disciplined defensively, they move, it seems there's one out there.
Well, even though their big 3 has moved on a little bit, the system is still in place. And they can pass along a lot of the corporate knowledge that Greg Popovich talks about with regards to where to be, when to be, and how to be successful.
Alan Crabb, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Gasol gets it to go.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Now a timeout called by Portland. When you look around, we see a lot more face-up power forwards than in decades past. That's what teams are looking for, wouldn't you say?
I'd say teams are looking for, Kevin, guys who at the 4 and 5 spot can help a team move the ball from strong side to weak side, be able to read some defenses, make proper passes, and then set screens and be a presence on the roll. That's absolutely at the 4 and 5 spot what teams are trying to find today.
But you think players now, Brent, are smarter than they were coming in?
I don't know how to check the report cards, Kevin. No, the players, because of their versatility, and I think growing up not playing back to the basket and being asked to do a lot more things that require guard skills when they come into the game and coaches are asking them to do these things, they're more than capable of doing them.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Azealia screen, Lillard, and he sees the shot coming off the strong pick. Lillard's got 8.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Grant. Feeds to Aminu. Passes to Davis. Leonard with the steal. Now here's Parker. He's got 9. Gasol wide open. He fires. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
And Davis gets it to go.
Not having a big, overpowering frame, sometimes Davis gets pushed around a little bit on the inside. Not that time.
Parker outside. He kicks to Leonard. Here's Aldridge. A rebound by Azealia. Azealia's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lillard outside. Right side Davis. Aminu kicks to Crab. Shot clock at 6. Azealia gets the bucket.
And a little polish to his game. Azealia, nice move inside.
Lillard against Parker. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 11 points in the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Now Crab looking for his first basket still in this one. From deep. Goes back up, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Maybe he's not the most aggressive defender or the most physical, but Aldridge does have mobility. That time he sends it back.
And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. A second chance effort. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Spurs have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Coach Terry Stotts was on the staff back in 2011 when the Dallas Mavericks won the NBA title. Before that, head coaching stints both in Atlanta and Milwaukee, just getting better and better. And you can see the way his teams respond to his coaching ability.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And Terry Stotts, a Coach of the Year candidate for the last few seasons, the head man up in Portland. You see a lot of coaching turnover in the league, but he's built some equity in Portland with the Blazers.
Well, not only did he have success with a team that a lot of people thought was going to be together for a long time, a radical shift in their player personnel you would think would take a coach out of their situation. It didn't. It actually reinforced how good a coach Terry Stotts is. And it'll be interesting to see how far he can push these guys with Lillard and McCollum in that backcourt.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 7th assist here tonight. Trailblazers trail by 21. And the call will be against Tony Parker. It'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Leonard, he's checked in for Azealia. Stolen by Ginobili. Parker outside. Here's Leonard. And the layup is good. Leonard's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
He gets that one.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Parker. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Parker outside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Brent, we all know that you come from a huge basketball family. Your dad, Rick, leading the way and in the Hall of Fame, and your brothers all played at various levels. What was it like coming up in a basketball-centric household?
Well, first of all, thanks for the underhanded compliment there. You got that?
Yeah.
Sorry about
Free
that.
throws, yes. I got it.
It was a lot of fun. Having 2 older brothers and 1 younger, it was very, very competitive. So maybe some of the sapling from the fruits of that tree dripped into us in regards to playing the game. And just was around it. So it felt very natural to be in the locker room, to be on the gym floor, and then eventually push the potential to see where you could get.
And some pretty good discussions around the family dinner table, I'm sure, on the game.
Some decent ones, but Kevin, we played a lot more wiffle ball, soccer, Nerf football than basketball, and most of those games never ever got to the ending. Too much fighting. Too much
Some bloody
fighting.
lips.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And Parker's just extremely clever at getting fouls off those kinds of shots.
Even though Parker is slowing down a bit because of his age, the Spurs are looking more and more to sort of hide him on defense, cross-match him with guys. There's no doubt, though, that experience and veteran savvy is still something they'll lean on the offensive end.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Ed Davis. Now here's Leonard. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Pass to Crabbe. At the top of the key, Turner. That one's not going to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And as Parker loses a little of that blinding speed, we see a few less layups, a few more of his trademark floaters.
And even, Kevin, some extended range there from the three-point line. He's made that shot a bigger part of his arsenal. They seek him out in the corners. Much like Jason Kidd did in Dallas in the later part of his career.
Spurs leading by 23. Aldridge with a screen on Lillard. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Parker passes to Aldridge. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And Aldridge slams it in.
I don't think LaMarcus is quite as explosive as his younger years, but still has the athleticism to get up above the rim.
Outside Turner. Shot off the pick. That one goes in.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Now here's Parker. He's got 15. Aldridge. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Turner. No good off the front iron.
And as far as jump shots goes, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
Yeah, I know gravity's out there, but not everything is going to fall, even when you set it up perfectly.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Crabbe. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. With some arc. And Lillard gets it to go.
Love that Damian Lillard is developing that little floater in the lane. Smart to recognize the defense collapsing.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Dishes to Aldridge. From deep. Ginobili can't hit.
Perfect positioning, and you know he will knock that look down more times than not. Just didn't connect there.
Lillard against Parker. They set the pick. Lillard dishes to Leonard. Here's Crabbe. Misses the three. San Antonio leading by 23. And here is Parker. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Down low, Aldridge, the pass to Gasol. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 3 assists now in this one.
And I really like to see Gasol go up with the shot immediately after getting the pass. Shows how much confidence he has in himself.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Spurs out in front, running away with it. And a chest down and sends it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Terry, what was the biggest reason for the early turnovers?
Well, they're a good defensive team. They have good hands. I think we forced a couple passes trying to get in and deep.
Terry, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. We saw LaMarcus Aldridge lighting it up in the first half. He had 16 points, 4 blocked shots, and 3 assists. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Yeah, seems tonight to be taking the challenge on personally in the inside, challenging everything he possibly can.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. Parker out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Lillard, 6 to shoot. Releases. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Lillard's got 14 points.
And you can see one thing about Lillard, he does not need much time or space to get a quality shot off.
Second half rolling along now, about a minute play here. Nailed from three-point land.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Right side Leonard. Kicks it out to Stevenson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And it's 6 points for Lance Stevenson.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
It's one of those things, the team hits from downtown, the other side immediately wants to get back those points.
Good D by Parker. San Antonio's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
And this Blazers team, although dynamic offensively, defense is where they have the most room to improve. Don't get me wrong, they weren't awful there, but that's got to be a little bit more of their focus.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Now, he's not picking his spots out there right now, at least not well. He's forcing low percentage opportunities, and it's no surprise the frustration right there on his face. Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Greg Popovich has set the standard with more than 1,500 career victories. Last season, he set the record with his 18th 50-win season, passing Pat Riley and Phil Jackson. Pop told us that, I've been here a long time and I've had good players. That's the formula. Getting the players is difficult, but I've been fortunate to have good ones. Guys, he's no glory hound. He knows what makes success.
No, but he can take a lot of the credit regardless. D.A. thanks. Kicks it out to Stevenson. No good from the wing. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The shot by Turner, no good.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Now, here's Parker. He's got 15. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge. Parker dishes to Leonard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Parker.
Starting.
And timeout called. Terry Stotts has had enough. Seeing a lot more teams push the tempo offensively these days, Brent. Why is it the teams want to go up tempo?
Kevin, anytime a defense is not able to get back and set up what they want to do to dictate what it is the offense does, your advantage is to play fast and find the first available shot that is going to be something you can take advantage of. So up tempo, no defense is set, you got a better chance of scoring against your opponent.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Evan Turner. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And following in the footsteps of Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard fits the Spurs mold of what a superstar player should be. Team first, a defensive mind, a stoic demeanor.
Well, he's not worried about the number of touches either, Kevin. It's when called upon, just be ready. Seemingly avoids the limelight, just like Timmy. And he's all about getting better, being the best player he can possibly be, and then winning big.
And Portland making a change here. Ziggy's checked in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Ginobili the pass to Aldridge. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Back to Leonard. Ginobili outside. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Back to Lillard. A floater, and it's good on the way. Lillard's got 19 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ginobili kicks to Leonard. That's short off the rim.
Outstanding D there. They really got up in his shirt and made him uncomfortable.
And the basket by McCollum.
Great fundamentals and mechanics on the catch and shoot. McCollum needs just the tiniest bit of space to get that release off.
Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. From inside, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Aminu. The slam dunk by Aminu.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Ginobili, that's for 2. San Antonio again missing. And here we go. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Azealia screen. Lillard from outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
Spurs leading by 22. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. The 10-footer. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Not many, if any, bigs in the league have a more proficient mid-range game. Aldridge with the soft touch there.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lillard from outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now, the second half, and he looks hungry for more.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
Aldridge against Davis. From 13, and LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got 20.
Yeah, he can have this kind of output, putting on a one-man show. Aldridge scoring whenever he wants.
Lets it go from 11. Azili gets the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The feed to Aldridge. 11 feet away. The rebound by Azili.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Aminu, the pass to Lillard. From 13. Here's Azili. Good D by Gasol.
He needs to be more patient on offense and not force shots like that. The D was right up in his face there.
San Antonio leading by 21. Leonard dishes to Stevenson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And 12 points for Lance Stevenson.
Man, he is scoring in so many ways right now. The versatility on the offensive end really helping out his squad. And when you look at the Spurs, it's about the offensive philosophy in terms of ball movement. You look at the numbers, players shoot much more efficiently off of the catch than they do with the dribble. The Spurs exemplify the good to great in ball movement.
And the Spurs offense, just beautiful basketball. They call it good to great. You pass up a good shot to set up your teammate with a great shot.
Well, I think what they do well, Kevin, is always explore what it is they can get to first. If it happens in the first 6 seconds, they'll take advantage of you. And if they don't, they'll get into the half court, run multiple pick and rolls, and every time somebody needs an outlet, there's a guy in the right spot to bail you out on the possession. It's often beautiful to watch.
Now here's McCollum, following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. He took good advantage of that screen. McCollum's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Trailblazers. To the middle. Shot from 12. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Ginobili. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
And there's that suddenness. Leonard in traffic, inside, still able to explode up and convert.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Davis sets a screen. There's the dish to Aminu. McCollum passes to Aminu. Davis setting the pick for Aminu. To the paint. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Davis sets a screen. Ginobili against Lillard. Down low, Azili, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 8 now on the night. Ginobili against Lillard. 8 feet away, and another basket for San Antonio. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the third. McCollum kicks to Lillard. He feeds it to Aminu. Lets it go with a 3. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half. Nobody near Stevenson. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, some of that is up to the defense. Give him any space on the perimeter, he's going to turn the lights out. You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the court.
Good on the bucket. He has 5.
Slithering around that unorthodox style, Ginobili sneaks in there with the dribble drive.
Davis dishes to Lillard. The offensive rebound. Rejected by Gasol. Leonard with no one around. Portland grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Stolen by Stevenson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard. Ginobili with the ball. 5 points in the game. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Well, here's the thing, Kevin. When Lillard gets this red hot, no one in the league really has the skills or endurance to keep up with him.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like a beaten team at this point, letting him get to the basket with such little resistance.
And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Defensively, we got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right? Make them make the second, third, fourth play.
That's Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively. They want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Myers-Leonard is out there with Turner. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Lillard off the pick. And that one hits back iron.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
3-1.
So Leonard will go to the free throw line. That one on Turner. And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in.
Just another area where Kawhi continues to improve. One of the better free throw shooters in the league now, especially at the small forward spot.
And the basket by McCollum.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Leonard. And the layup falls. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Turner. Plumlee with the screen. McCollum against Ginobili. Takes a 3. A putback, and Leonard stays with it.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
Parker kicks to Leonard. It's Ginobili outside. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. McCollum's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Yeah, I know the shot's been off just a smidge tonight, but he's contributed in other ways to help his team have the lead in this game so far.
Parker passes to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Alan Pratt comes in for McCollum, and it's Napier in for Lillard. Left side, Turner. Fires from 14. Portland again missing. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Ginobili, that's for 2. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 8th assist in the game. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
Aldridge dishes to Parker. Basket counts.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Napier. It's hauled in by Ginobili.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the Blazers going a bit younger, kind of revamping on the fly. Brett, do you like what they've done?
I really like what they've done, Kevin. And to me, Terry Stotts deserves a lot more credit for sticking with what he established offensively, even with one of the franchise's best players in LaMarcus Aldridge leading. And the incredible three-point shooting they lost with Wesley Matthews. Terry Stotts stuck to the same offensive system, and I think they've reaped the benefits with Lillard and McCollum.
Now here's Turner. And Plumlee kicks to Leonard. And it's sent back by Aldridge. They recover it. Whoops, there's the 24 for a second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Parker kicks to Leonard. Back to Parker. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Parker passes to Leonard. Can he keep it going? And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a hot button topic in the NBA right now, intentional fouling. Brent, we talked a little bit about it. What should the league do to take steps to cut down on the hack of player strategies that seem to be more in vogue now than ever before?
Of course, we always say just go up and make your free throws, big guys. But I think strategically there could be something done with the league, Kevin, that could make that rule very, very interesting. I've always thought that if the player as a center or whoever it is that you're going to foul stays in the backcourt and never enters the possession, he can't be fouled. When he enters the front court, then you can foul him and put it at the free throw line. So what you're doing essentially, taking a poor free throw shooter and having to play 4-on-5 for a possession if you're willing to keep him on the floor. And from a strategy standpoint, I think it would make it very interesting.
Here's Napier following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. They need this one. It's good. And that's now 6 points for Evan Turner.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
Right wing. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Back to Aldridge. That one rolling around and rims out. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Turner. Corner shot. And that one good. Spurs have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Plumlee with the steal. Leonard with the steal. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Here's Napier. He dishes it to Turner. Knocked away. Inside. Plumlee, no luck.
That set had everything but the finish. You know, even though they missed that shot, they know they will convert that more times than not.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. So for the Trailblazers, Azili's checked in for Plumlee. Vonleh comes in for Leonard. And Harkless is subbed in for Evan Turner. And San Antonio also making a switch. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here's Harkless. Tries again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, fouling Azili inside, typically a good strategy given his inconsistency at the line.
And with the new player tracking cameras they have now, so many possibilities, Brent, as far as studying the game, and I'm sure you think that somewhere, somehow, is going to make a difference on the way these teams are conditioned, how they're coached, the minutes they play, and on and on.
I think what it's great for a coaching staff to look at, Kevin, is with regards to specific plays that you run for your ball club, how it is that spatially your players are relating to one another. You can use these cameras to track the distance players are running. You can track where it is that they're setting screens and how effective they are. The list goes on and on and on. But coaches can really dig into the minutia of how it is that their players are coordinating with one another with the use of this technology.
That is a great point.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The Trailblazers shooting 40% in the fourth. Grab the pass to Harkless. Kicks it to Napier. Grab, dishes to Napier. Here's Harkless, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That free throw missing.
Hey guys, this is becoming the story of the second half. Missed free throws. You can't come back in a game if you can't make your foul shot.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Now here's Parker. Aldridge a screen. It's Parker with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Tony Parker, the 3rd Frenchman ever to play in the NBA, and unquestionably the best.
We've seen a lot of his countrymen follow in his footsteps, and he came over so young. At that time, he was the youngest point guard in the NBA since Magic Johnson was in 1979. And like Magic, he quickly earned some championship hardware.
Now here's Harkless to the inside. Napier kicks to Azili. The pass to Napier. Pocket 6. Azili a screen. Fires the 3. And it's Napier missing.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
And stolen by Crabb. From beyond the arc. Good on the triple.
And this is where Crabb continues to gain consistency. Came into the league with a great shooting stroke that's now highly repeatable from long range.
Now here's Parker. Pass to Aldridge. The jump hook, and it's good for 2. Aldridge has got 26 points.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
Yeah, 2020 tonight. He could not be more focused, just locked in. Got to give him the ball.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Harkless kicks to Napier. They set the pick. Crabb. San Antonio with the rebound. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ring shot on the way. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for it. Here's Crabb. Here's Harkless. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Now here's Parker. Feeds it to Aldridge. Shoots in deep. Count that bucket. Aldridge has got 12 points here in the second half.
There's that 7'5" wingspan coming into play. Aldridge easily making that look inside.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Grab the pass to Napier. Back to Crabb. Brett, there's been some talk that the dependency on three-pointers is bad for the game of basketball. Even Greg Popovich, your former coach, said they weren't great for the sport. Do you see any truth in that?
I think Pop's just upset that he didn't have as good a three-point shooters on his team over the past couple of years. I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, the game is moving towards the three-point line and expanding the space and pace type of offenses that we've seen, and teams having great success doing that. It's really hard to fault a team like Golden State, who's the blueprint for that sort of activity, motion, and scoring prowess. That's what teams are looking to do. The copycat league is underway, so more three-pointers are coming.
Here's Ginobili after the basket by Noah Vonleh. Back to Ginobili. Lots of room. A rebound by Azili. Portland's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 3 wins on the year now.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series. And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Aldridge.
I mean, the guy was eating glass tonight. There's no other way to describe it. Showing so much effort on that end, and all those rebounds of his are why the score is what it is.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Ginobili. Gasol's in the post. Vonleh on him. Gasol's shot is good.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And that's the thing. When you go on the road, 2 things can happen. Either the environment can affect you, or you can affect the environment. They chose the latter.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Tony. Congrats on the win. You were able to get involved in a lot of different areas to help your team win this game tonight.
That's the whole team. It's not
not just me. The whole team did great. We played great defense. And in offense, we moved the ball, took good shots. We were shooting the ball well.
Good defense leads to good offense. Thanks again, Tony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's become a routine night for him with his regular double-double once again. He does that as easily as ordering that number 2 combo.
LaMarcus Aldridge was a beast tonight. I don't care if he's on the low block or the high block or the elbows shooting threes. He has a versatility to his game that most power forwards don't.
Reminds me of myself. His field goal percentage was all the way up in the 60s. Not that I like talking about myself, but it was a very steady night for him. You don't shoot well without working hard, and he never stopped battling to get the best look possible. Smart, efficient basketball he was playing. Thanks for showing me.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, spectacular, just great. See you.
Good night.